mind can see. I have power to be anything. I am sure I am more than this, yeah. I'm feeling more. I'm a dreamer. I'm feeling more. An achiever. Feeling more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. I'm feeling more. Woo! Come on, ladies, sing with me. There's an old story out there where the writers decide for me. Oh, hear the new story from here. I decide the path I'm unstoppable. I'm born to be a maker. In my greatness, my mind can see. I have power to be anything. I am sure I'm more than that. I'm a dreamer. I'm feeling more. An achiever. Feeling more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. I'm feeling more. I'm a leader. I'm feeling more. Not a quitter. No. I can do anything if I stand up to my feet. I overcome the hurtful voices whispering I'm not good enough. It's a new me. I am powerful. I'm unstoppable. I'm beautiful. I'm a dreamer. You can be anything if you just believe in you. I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm a maker. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more. It's the cry of a girl born gifted, another maker on earth. Yet the world really thinks she's only a female, but I am more. I'm born to be a maker. In my greatness, my mind can see. I have power to be anything.
A pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening. However way you are joining us on this Wednesday, I would like to say welcome to Freedom Radio Liberia. And of course, welcome to Women's Spotlight. We're here every Wednesday bringing you the best Freedom Radio Liberia has to offer, especially Women's Spotlights. I am Princess Alexa Venture calling your host every Wednesday. And as always, I am here with my producer, who is on my back to back. I don't know for what, but we're going to run it. It is another Wednesday. It is another week. And of course, we're still in April. Today is April 16, 2026. So I'd like to welcome to today's presentation. We have a lot to talk about. But as you're out there and as we're here, do not forget to play and dial *255 *1#. That's for Lone Star Mobile Money, $100 Liberian dollars or 50 US cents. Better still dial *255 *7# and stand a chance to win 5,000 Liberian dollars upwards.
I overcome the hurtful voices whispering I'm I'm not good.
We need at least 5 persons to play at about this moment because money will be dished out to all of you. It is made week. The weekend is just 2 days away. So you want to be able to win some money to enjoy yourselves.
I'm intelligent. I'm fearless.
Clubs are closing down, so maybe you want to be able to bless these club owners. And whenever you win, you could use your $5,000 to get yourself maybe a few bottles or something else. It is up to you, but that is only possible.
It's the cry of a girl born gifted another maker on earth.
If you are going to play this game, Freedom Win Liberia cash giveaway, star 255 star 1 hash, $100 Liberian dollars using mobile money, Lone Star Cell, 50 US cents. If you're using Orange Liberia, star 255 star 7 hash, and of course use the same amount.
I am more.
This program is proudly sponsored by Crime Stoppers Liberia. Do not take the laws into your own hands wherever you are, whether in Montserrado, Marigibby, Lofa County, Grant, Cape Mount, or across the 15 political subdivisions of our country. Do not take the laws into your own hands. Crime Stoppers Liberia continues to say that to all of us. Reach out to law enforcement officers. Today is actually a day to remind all of us of the advocates that we've been talking about. Young girls were raped, young boys were sodomized, even though it continues to happen on a daily basis. I want to know how far are we with, some of those cases we talked about, some of those cases we advocated strongly against. What exactly, what is the status? Where does the Ministry of Gender stand?
I'm creative.
And we also want to ask some of Liberia's renowned activists and advocates in this country. How far are we? A lot has happened, and a lot continues to happen. Also on today's menu, we're going to remind you of the High School Creator Summit. That is tomorrow. Romeo Ta A. Romeo is the convener, and I'm going to be there as the official MC of the day. So don't forget to go there if you've already signed up. If you have not signed up, do not worry. You can still drop by. We took a very short break and listened to words from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia. After which we're going to get strictly into our discussion of the day.
Sing with me. There's an old story out there where the rider.
And another thing that we're going to talk about a little bit, I think almost everybody that's on social media knows about this to some extent. That's the Shuka Nova, saga. It was something very interesting, and we saw different people having different views. But I picked something from everything that was ongoing, and that is basically bully. Oh my God! I think Liberia has a lot of bullies. I'm not going to lie to you. And sometimes when it is not in your favor, you think that it's just cruel, so you're just making fun. But we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. We'll take a very short break and get back to you with our discussion.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Okay, you just listened to Crime Stoppers Liberia. Old Man Sam Sion just told us, do not take the laws into your very own hands. On that note, we're going to get into our discussion, but just before that, I would like to play this song. And I think today we're going to play this as we're on this show. It is called Meditation. And some of you know the person who actually sang this song. It was done by former President George Manuel Weah, and I'm playing this song for a particular reason because I want to talk about something, and I think we should be our brother's keeper. We should be able to support one another to some extent, in as much as support is not forced. There's a moment in our lives where it is very, very important to actually support one another. And with all of these different issues ongoing, with all of these challenges, especially with young boys and girls going through hell in the hands of cruel, men who cannot keep their zippers up, it is important that we get together. So it's been a couple of weeks back since we were all happed over several sexual violence cases, rape, sodomy, and whatnot. Everybody was talking about it in the morning. When you get up, you're going to see something like an update, basically on the social media. People talking about, hey, this person has been raped, and this boy, has been sodomized. And it was actually a lot of things on the social media. And I definitely do appreciate people using their different platforms to just raise awareness and lift their voice to talk about these things in the country. Because when you have maybe the ministry is not doing what they should be doing when it comes to being very, very proactive. And then you have young people on the other hand, some young people on the other hand saying, hey, we have to stand up, we have to rise to the occasion. So there was a march, a peaceful march. It was in was it what? I don't know. It was in March, I think. March 12th, if I'm not mistaken. And I did a whole publicity on this radio for it because I knew exactly what it feels like for a child to go through something that's hellish as rape, as sodomy. Tatters, led a group of people, young people. My very good friend Sandra Double was there, and you had Kindness Wilson, you had Belle Jang. I'm not going to forget about her. She was one of those people actually using her voice, using her platform, and just talking about sexual violence cases. She was there. She was standing very tall. She did not back down. No, she did not. She's a young person, and she's also a mother. So a lot happened. Those young people walked. Those young people at the end of the day said they have presented a petition, as we watched, to the Ministry of Gender. We're going to take a very short break shortly for a quick maintenance, and we'll get back to you quickly. So stay there. Do not go away from us. We're going to get back to you shortly. nation will be there to receive it, and we're going to say we understand what's happening, and we're going to work on it. It has been 1 month in a few days, or 2 days, or 3 days, I don't know. What has the Ministry of Gender done? What has been put in place to protect our young boys and girls? That's a big question to be answered. But we're not going to get any answers. I'm sure of this, because we have been on this for a couple of weeks, even prior to the peaceful march by the Say No to Rape movement. We have been talking about these things, and I've always called out the Ministry of Gender, the minister there, to ask her what's happening, but we're yet to know what's happening, because everybody doesn't have time. Everybody is focused on something else, the work that should be done. Practically, that work is not being done. So you're just going to have young people out there. They're going to talk about all of these things that are happening, and at the end of the day, their efforts will be wasted. I'm saying it will be wasted because, who wants to continue talking? Every day we're going to talk, but then you don't see anything being done. You're just basically there, just expressing, but you'll be promised and there's no implementation. This should be a very serious issue in this country. But the big people don't care about it. Everybody is basically involved with the political issues, and that's that. Everything cannot be politics. When it comes to rape, I stand unapologetically that is apolitical, because it could be even the minister's daughter, it could be the minister's son being sodomized. So because it is not happening to you, it is not a close call to home. You think that oh no, it is not my child, so I don't have to get involved. I just have to be here and talking about it. This is complete nonsense. This doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't. But it's just a reminder, because we have talked about these things for months. The case involving Peter Bonjala as well, we talked about that. And one day, a video from the Monrovia Central Prison was released that, this guy is still there. Granted. So what happens again? What happens? People are still agitating over the Brian McGill stuff, even though he was given a certificate, and he was cleared of all charges. People are still asking. When you ignore things that people continue to ask about, at the end of the day, it becomes useless. People wouldn't want to talk, not because you're not hurting, not because they don't have the voice to speak, but because there's just nothing to be done. And I'm here again to say, Ministry of Gender, you're there to work for the children of this country, for the women of this country, even men too. But you know how it is. Oftentimes we're mostly focused on women, children, girls, boys, and all those things. But please do something. It shouldn't be always we just take 1, 2, 3 days or a week or two to talk about these things, and after that we're done. This is not progress. This is not change. This is rather mockery. And if you're making mockery of the people you should be protecting, it means you're not working. So do your work. On the flip side of things, I also like to go to, I talked about it shortly, the Shuka Nova situation. And just before that, I would like to play the song again, Meditation, and I'll go back to it. But do not forget to $*255*1 $100 or 50 US cents, $255*7 that's for Orange Money subscribers or users, and play. So if you're just joining us, you're listening to Freedom 87.9 FM. My name is Princess Alexa Avenger Calling. Of course, we're live on the program Women's Spotlight. Let's listen to this shortly, a very quick break, and then we get back to you.
protection. We are brothers because you are my inspiration. You know you're my inspiration. In our interaction. Oh yeah, where should ever be no agitation, so we can make the right decision. We are better. There should never be dissatisfaction, so you can judge me by my imperfection. We are better. That's all we want. I'm gonna do all your violation. That's all we need. So no tension in our nation. That's all we want. That's all we need. In our inspiration, no confession, in our intention, we are brothers, we are brothers. Let me see your reaction, no argumentation, no intimidation, in our congregation, we are brothers. Even though there's too much mediation, but we are brothers in our imperfection. That can never be appropriation.
Okay, we are brothers. We need to be together regardless of whatever that's going to happen. So this is a nice song. And I know a lot of people did not give it enough credit because maybe of politics. I don't know, but it is a nice song and the message is clear. So that brings me to the Sugar Nova situation, Let me just give a little backstory, not about Sugar, but I remember, I don't know if it was, I think it was last year. So there was another situation on the social media about Tracy Smith. Yes, Tracy Smith had a situation, and her picture went viral on the social media, Facebook to be precise. Liberian Facebookers, Liberian digital citizens were active on Facebook users in Liberia. She went viral, and it was not about the nice things being said to her. No, she went viral because she's made differently, and she has a different structure as a person, as an individual. And that was something that a couple of Liberians used against her. She was bullied on Facebook, and that was also taken to TikTok. She was bullied. She was described. A lot of mean things were said to Miss Tracy Smith. And if you go back to previous, editions of this show, I think one or two of the presentations actually talked about that a little bit. But I would like to explain this before going to the Sugar Nova situation. Tracy was bullied for how she looks, and the pictures she took, the photograph, and people had a lot of mean things to say to her. A lot of people, and her friends, people who were in her circle, came in her defense. Everybody who is in her circle came in her defense, and a lot of them were like, hey, do not bully her. And it was like a serious banter on the social media, back and forth. Everybody had their own things to say at that point, and it was not a good thing for her. Mentally, I know exactly what bullying does to people because we have seen these things firsthand. I know how draining it was for Miss Tracy Smith. I know how, traumatizing it was for her, because imagine you post a picture on the social media and boom, you're viral. You're viral because people are mean and people are not okay with themselves, so they're projecting their meanness, towards you. They're basically saying the worst things to you without thinking about the effect it is going to have on you, without thinking about, the ripple effect it's going to have on you. And that was very sad. It was very sad, even though there were some people, my big sis, Coffee with Jojo, she came in Tracy's defense, offer her, job for 6 months at Heritage Cotton, which she has been involved with. And other people came around. But that's not the point here. The point is, we see these things happen every now and then in our social media space, Facebook. And if Alexa's friend is being bullied, Alexa is going to come in defense of her friend because that person is Alexa's friend. So it becomes bullying. When it is reversed, when it is someone else's friend who is being bullied, Alexa will be involved as a bully. And it will be considered, cruise, or you're just making fun. It is not that serious because it is not your friend. And saying this to me, we are selfish. I'm not excluding myself. We are selfish in ways that are unimaginable. And I think we need to stop. Women are to be protected, whether it is within the cyberspace, whether it is out of the cyberspace. Protecting women and children, it is not just off social media or off the radio. It is on the radio, and it is also on the social media. Because when you do not have a safe cyberspace for women and children to be protected, even though that space is not for children, that there's an age limit or age preference as to when you can be able to be a user. Still, people post their children. People post their babies. And there are some of the meanest comments. Sometimes I read them and I feel like, oh my God, what is happening? We need to stop. If we are very clear, if we are bent on protecting women and children, we should be able to exhibit that on the social media, traditional media, and off social and traditional media. Tracy was bullied and it was really crazy. It went on and some people thought it was just fun. It is fun until it is not. So let us stop. And that brings me to Shuko Nova's situation. I'm not a friend of hers. No. I don't know her personally. No. I've only seen her stuff on the social media. And Shuko Nova got back to Liberia according to some of the different pieces of information on the social media and some of the ones herself posted. She came to Liberia to meet someone who is her, at the time, her boyfriend. And it was a whole lot. And what got to me was the day of her wedding, when she was getting married. Right? When she was getting married, oh my God. It was another thing that was not pleasant to me. And I'm sure it was not pleasant to a lot of people. She was bullied again for how she looks. And I'm saying how she looks because it continues. And on that particular day, she was bullied for, how her gown was, her wedding gown, how her makeup was, her height, and all of these different things. It was really, really crazy because something that should have been one of the happiest days of her life as a person, it became something else and it went on for days. Some of my friends posted about that as well. Some of them were also, making fun of her. And I talked to some of them behind the scenes. I talked to some of them. So I'm saying this to me, we should be very careful with our words. We should be careful with how we're going to choose our words when we're talking to people. Sometimes you think you're just making fun, and maybe the person is not going to immediately react. But you do not know what happens behind the scenes. You don't know how this person is feeling. You don't know if this person is going through it. People take these things differently. Sometimes it leads to suicide. And because we're Africans, because we're Liberians, we don't take that way more serious. We'll be like, I didn't think I said no. Everybody has different, levels when it comes to tolerating these different things. How I'm going to tolerate bully, someone else might not. So we're all different in ways that cannot be explained. So if we're very, very serious, if we are saying as a people, if we want to be our brothers' keepers, if we're very clear that, hey, bullying is wrong for our society, let us all be there to do it holistically. Do not be selective. No, do not be selective. It means you're causing more problems than you're sorting out what should, be sorted out. It means you're creating a huge mess rather than, presenting recommendations or a remedy for what's happening. I also saw that when is it Miss Atina? She's she's the most beautiful girl in Liberia. That is a pageant, by the way, and that is the title of the pageant, most beautiful girl in Liberia. She also had her own share of it when Asha Speed came here, and oh my God. Even some of the people who were in the pageant community, a lot of them had a lot to say. Young women, young boys had a lot to say about her, how she looked. She did not represent well. There are ways you're going to say things to people. Maybe there are ways you say hello. It sounds very okay. There are ways you're going to say hello and it sounds, oh my God, very, very harsh. So you could still correct Alexa while being, respectful, while doing that with love. And there are ways you will correct Alexa and you sound very mean, you sound very harsh, and it's not okay. So as I leave you, I would like to say, let us all be very, very careful with the things we say. And not just with the things we say, but how we say the things we say. Because it becomes a serious problem. It is a serious problem, in fact. Not because I'm not your friend, then somebody in like, bro, you can say teasing me or fucking me, some kind of way. Then you say, but now I'm my friend, so I'm not talking about it. Then you join the people in to get on my case. And not because you're not my friend. So when people dealing with you, then I say, you're not my friend, so I'm not going to talk for you. But when I'm a friend, I say I will talk for you. It means I'm a hypocrite. It means I'm not honest. I'm dishonest. It means I'm also part of the problem. Okay? So as we're moving forward, let us do this holistically and let us do this with our all. If we don't want to say anything, it is okay to just sit back. But do not play the double standard, game or so. It doesn't work that way. And my last reminder to the Minister of Gender, the Ministry of Gender, please move on in your office and go outside. Like work, like feel work. Not because we can be saying, oh, that Jack got another report, the person was raped, the person was not. So you think it is easy. Please work on a roadmap that's going to tackle all these things. Our young girls have been raped. Their future, oh my God, it has been ruined and nothing has been done. We're only here talking talking doesn't do the trick. Talking doesn't do the magic. Talking doesn't do the work. Talking is a part of it, but that's just one part of it. We have a problem, and you guys should really, really work on that problem. You should work to erase or minimize that problem. I think that's basically it. Do not forget, tomorrow is April 16th, 2026, and it's the High School Creator Summit, Pingsville, AB Tarbert Road. The convener is Romeo Ta, a Romeo, a comedian in this country, a content creator, and we're going to be there to support him. We're going to be there to, create a lasting impact. Because high schoolers are going to be there. This is strictly for high schoolers. So he's bringing together over 20 high schools, and it is going to be an amazing and an insightful event. But as I take my leave, do not forget star 255 star 1 Hutch. Lone Star Cell mobile money, $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents. Star 255 star 7 Hutch. Orange money, win 5,000 Liberian dollars up to more. We're going to be back here in the next couple of minutes on Freedom Hub with Kai Oliver Kai, I Jerome, and myself. Bye bye from my end for now. So no tension in our